Thank you.
That's
2 years.
cute.
I know, right?
All right.
Listen, 2 years is a boot.
You said what, best friend?
So 2 years can be a boot.
Right. What'd you say, Jordan?
I was just saying we're getting started. We're live right now, so whatever anti-Semitic things you have to say, like,
Wow.
keep it offline, please and thank you.
Listen, I love the Jews.
I mean, they alright. You know what I'm saying? They alright.
You know, we got to talk about the relationship between the blacks and the Jews.
Man, they alright. I don't really think
It's been talked about enough.
I don't think I really know some. For real, I ain't gonna hold you because I don't think anybody I've met ever just came out and be like, "Oh, I'm Jewish." You know, if I do know any, they alright. They cool. I'm not inviting them to the cookout, but they cool.
Have either of y'all seen what is it the new episode of South Park?
No, not yet. I wanted to though. They got a whole new season or some shit.
Yeah, I've seen some shit on Twitter, but
yeah, they talk about the relationship between the blacks and the Jews.
Oh God.
they got Token and Kyle being best friends and everything. It is hilarious. Y'all gotta see it.
That's funny.
I'm gonna watch it because I just know they are a fucking mess.
Right.
Super Ghost Kamikaze on that ass. Yeah.
That's why you missed, bitch.
Ooh.
But take these hands though. Take these hands.
I forget all the fucking moves. There we go.
Fighting each other?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That hurt.
Oh, you killed me. Oh. How dare you put your adolescent paws on the god of destruction?
What?
Masenko.
There's so much going on.
You can check us out if you check the YouTube page.
So inclined. What movie y'all seen?
Right, are you about to go see Ant-Man? Oh,
tell me how that is. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, we got to talk about Cocaine Bear next week.
Have you seen it already, Roger?
Nope.
Oh.
Nah, it just came out. I ain't get to see it this time around, but I was gonna go next weekend.
So without spoiling anything, how is Quantum Mania?
I enjoyed
It's
it.
dope.
I don't understand why people say it's trash. I really
It's
don't.
my favorite Ant-Man so far.
Yeah, definitely that.
So it's better than the first one.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the first one was good. I like the first one.
The first one was good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't not like the first one. The second one was eh. The second one was
trash. Real quick, are you getting my audio through the live, or do I need to record mine?
No, because I have it through the phone. Like the phone is connected to the thing.
Okay, cool.
Boozy Bud. I'm tired of this happening.
What you playing?
What you playing? Super Smash?
I'm playing golf on Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, word?
Yes.
She said tea time.
For real, no, it is. Like, I don't know why. First of all, I was having him riding around, you know what I'm saying, getting all fly-bying up all, because I had got busted by the cops. Because I was trying to, like, get in the car and run away, but he put his hands up and started surrendering. I'm like, what are you doing? So, like, I had to go rebuy all my ammo and shit. And I was going to, like, you know, go and wreak havoc in the hood as a rich, middle-aged white man.
Right. Which they are known to do. It's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Living out what they do in everyday life. And then I was like, F that, I'm about to go and get off the strip club to like me. I'm going to take her off. I'm going to do her. Keep her in context. It's my wife not doing me.
Right.
You know? I'm trying to,
she gave this nigga a whole backstory and everything.
Right. I'm trying to help him live his best life, and then I'm like, let me go see this golf talking about.
Right. So I'm gonna go home, fuck my mistress, and then go meet Greg for tea time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my wife, but she was playing games.
That's fine.
I still have no idea how to play. I'm just button mashing. But
Same.
once I get,
It's coming back though.
once I get to like tutorial mode and go through the boot camp and whatnot, I'm on your ass.
Oh, he on your ass, Mr. Postman.
You already know. You gonna pay what you owe, Santa.
Now pay what you owe.
No, so like this fucking. Speaking of video games, this I watched that trailer for Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
I got some beef. I got some beef with the creators, yo, because why does every version look worse, like story wise? I'm not saying like it's a bad story or a bad art or nothing. It just looks like a different level of hell every time they come out with a new game.
Right. Doesn't it look amazing?
It just be like all the when people get corrupted, either they become a zombie or they look like some kind of abomination. It just looks like I don't need to be there any more than I did the last time. I thought the village was amazing, just how they did everything and like how the art was and the storyline. I'm like, oh, this is hell on earth. And now this other one was like, oh, but wait, there's more. Just so much violence, and it's amazing. It's so odd.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the most excited people that you'll hear from about this Resident Evil 4 remake. Like this shit got Game of the Year back in 04, 05 whenever it came out, and I fucking loved it. And the way it's looking like, it's probably gonna take Game of the Year again. Like already within the first quarter. Like it's only March when it drops. It drops in March. So yeah. But
everything just looked. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to agree with you. Everything does look a little wet, as you say, because these gaming engines, they wanna be able to flaunt. Hey, we can simulate sweat, rain, water effects, and all that. You're going to see a lot of that in like the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X era of gaming.
Was this made with Unreal 5 or 4?
I would assume 5, because 4 is more so like what indie developers use now. Like anybody can like go download the 4 engine and create their own game, because like that's what a lot of people are doing now on Steam. Like you can just like play a indie developer game that's using that engine right now. And I think Resident Evil has their own specific engine now. When they remade 2 a couple years ago, back when you were still in Cincinnati and we were up here all living in the same house. When RE2 dropped, that's when I think it was either that or when Resident Evil 7 dropped a couple years ago. From that is when they had their own engine called the RE engine. Okay. So I would love to be able to work with the Unreal Engine, because that shit looks dope. Just to be able to like create different arenas and shit like that. I don't know how deep into the actual like gaming development world I would get into, but that shit just looks fun to fuck with. Because I saw this thing where like you can take pictures with your phone, and you can take a bunch of pictures of certain assets like a chair or like rocks or mountains and shit like that, and it will basically digitize it and then put it into the actual game system. That should look dope. Okay. Okay. That sounds nice. That sounds fun. I like that.
They got this thing where like you can make people now, basically, like the same way you would design game or design characters in your customization.
That's it. Making people sounds too close like clones.
Basically. But that shit looks super dope.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. We can get that moving. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 looks fucking fantastic. They've added like dodging mechanics. You can now duck. Like that's something that you just never been able to do in a Resident Evil game. And it's like you probably would like to have this ability, like since the OG one, to like duck, get out the way from something trying to attack you, especially things that are bigger than just a regular zombie. like these reptilian mutants called hunters that will lop off your head with one attack. Like
Lop.
yeah, just lop. So yeah, I'm really excited to play this game. It looks fucking fantastic. I'm looking at just all the different gameplay and shit, and like the game drops in like 3 weeks, and they're talking about special demo coming soon. How soon? Please drop it ASAP, please. Like it's not.
Priest?
Right. Thank you, Priest. Thank you. I would like to see this.
All right.
Oh, warp. I wasn't ready for that.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because you's a bitch.
Damn.
I ain't a bitch. I'm weak as hell. You said your mama a hoe.
Man, she's a very nice lady. I wouldn't say that, but you specifically.
You specifically are a hoe.
That's crazy. But yeah, and then what was the other game you were looking at?
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
That Zangief, Lily, and Cammy trailer, that looks dope. This is the first time I've wanted to play as Cammy in a while. Like just the special moves that she got, and for some reason she's rocking the British flag on her. I don't know what's that all about.
Yep, she can switch sides.
Right, so we'll see. But yeah, that looks dope. I'm definitely going to get that when it actually drops this time, because usually, like since Street Fighter 4, like I've been like super late to the game. So I would like to check that out and see what's going on with that.
Yeah, so I saw the Lily trailer, and I do like how they're. So Street Fighter is good at like adding new characters, but they be real like on the edge of treading like not racism, but like making caricatures of people. I know it's a video game, like that's the point. But this indigenous Lily character, I was
wondering what you was gonna say about that. Like, is it racism or pandering? I mean, it could be both. It could. I mean,
it could just be inclusion, and we're just in a generation that looks way too much into that shit.
Yeah,
but tread lightly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're just trying to represent each people, because, like, if anything, Street Fighter is probably like one of the trendsetters when it comes to inclusion. Like with Dawson and of course Zangief. You have Zangief, you have Guile, you have Vega. Like I want to say like really this is one of the first games that actually even highlight where in the world they're from.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any other like fighting game that preceded Street Fighter ever did that, and it's not a lot of games after it that actually highlight where they're from.
Yeah.
Like Tekken kind of like says, hey, he's from such and such, but it's kind of like just implied. It's not something that they're like bolstering about the character, is what I'll say. Right. So
he hails from the historic Japanese province of like, nah. He's like, this nigga's from Japan, and go.
Right. This nigga's from China, go. This nigga is from this nigga is from Pakistan, go.
Right. I remember
go.
Remember we was at your old house, and back when B was with us, and he what was the dude that had the fucking
Chef Kung Fu Kitty.
Right. So wait, shout out to Chef Kung Fu Kitty. Go ahead, get you a sandwich.
Right. Get you them Chef Kung Fu Kitty sandwiches.
He do deliver, which you need to find a way to send these bitches like cross state lines, because I need one.
Right.
But you
gonna have to overnight that thing.
Right. There was a character, I think it was like when that Arab dude came out, and he called him Jihad Jackson, and I was fucking rolling. Because he did look like a half Middle Eastern, half like brother or some shit. And he had like wind attacks. And I was like, an Arab dude that does wind attacks. This definitely feels racist.
Yeah. Can't ignore that. Not gonna just ride past that and not say anything.
My man's had the thong sandals and a turban and everything.
What was that game? What was that?
It was Street Fighter.
Oh, it was. That's right.
I just can't remember which number, but it was definitely Street Fighter. It was like maybe 4.
I would assume 4 because I don't think either of us had 5. This is way before 5.
Jihad Jackson.
Jihad Jackson. That's right. I remember that. That is hilarious. So
with the blue suit.
All right, the blue suit. I see you over here.
You see the drip?
Right. Peep the drip. Not really fucking with the gold gloves and boots, but that's your style. I'm not gonna hate.
That's just so you can see these hands coming.
Right. See these hands coming a mile away and still won't be able to do nothing about it. Oh, Ultra Instinct.
Boom, look at that.
Plus Ultra.
That's Ultra. Man, that's right. I need to catch up on that.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
About to say.
I could have sworn we had a conversation about everything that happened.
Going ham.
The last thing I saw.
More, bro. Ain't no crybaby bitch back, nigga.
No.
Everybody gets hands, and I love it.
The last thing I saw was Mirio got his powers back, and I was ecstatic about that shit. Like, oh, look at my boy!
I almost cried.
Look at my boy!
My boy's in there. Play my boy, Blue. Play my boy, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
All right.
Put my boy in. Oh, fact.
I ain't never pulled that off before. So we was watching it, and that's my wife's favorite character, right, Mirio. And then when we saw the part where Eerie was like, "I've been practicing to bring your powers back for like 6 months," and she was like, "Oh,
years, dude."
I just knew he was gonna get his powers back eventually. I don't know how they was gonna do it, but ever since she came into play, I was like, okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Tears, do you hear me? Tears.
Well, the man jumped right back into action, like he never left.
Right, got right back to it.
All right.
I was gonna cry. Like I was like, "Oh my god!"
And
hey, these niggas jumping me.
Some of the normal.
Yo, if they don't,
what'd you say?
If they, I said these niggas is jumping me. I'm fighting you, and you.
Right.
This nigga is 6 people.
He
got 7 arms.
No.
Nah, he on his Yahiko shit. He on his pain arc type shit.
Right.
We you could whoop one of us. Now whoop all of us.
Right. Oh shit, we got to do that one day. That would be dope. We all went as a different pain to a Comic-Con or some shit.
I'm down.
I'm here for it.
I dyed my hair for that.
You just let me know.
There's one in matter of fact, there's one in the Denver Comic-Con. I think they call it GalaxyCon or something like that. They got a different name for it up here, but they got one coming in June or July. I think it's May. I think it's June. And we're trying to take my nephew to his first Comic-Con. So
okay. Yeah, I can't wait to take my nephews and niece to their first Comic-Con. Once the babies are allowed out the house.
Right. Oh yeah, still got that Corona going on a little bit.
No, it's just they were just born just a couple weeks ago. Like you can't leave the house.
I don't mean nothing. Get them early.
right. Expose them to COVID early. They'll develop a resistance.
I ain't really heard shit about COVID in a little minute. Are we in the clear now?
Man,
we're not in the clear.
We're not in the clear, but like I was just at what's the one in Columbus? I was at OhioCon, and they still have a strict either show a vaccination card or you got to get tested. You got to show a negative test within the last like 72 hours before they even give you a badge.
Damn,
They are not playing, and I think it's because like somebody came up with COVID at one of them because OhioCon is always in like January, so that was like right before COVID was a thing, and so I guess a bunch of people caught it because it was a super spreader event before it was even like thought about.
Yeah. How do you charge up? I forget.
I do not know.
No, you know. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Look, and let me get Max. Look at you.
All right, I was about to say I don't know how to do it. I was trying to do it myself. I'm like,
it's square and X.
Square and X at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Damn. Yeah.
Ah, damn, that hurt. Ow, that son of a. Stop hitting me.
Sit down, Son Goku.
Yeah, hit him with some of that warp.
Kakathot.
Not the Kakathot. These niggas is jumping me.
This nigga said Kakathot.
Yeah.
Please.
Vegito and Kakathot.
Vegito and get
this
out.
This nigga did a epic finisher. Blew up the whole damn planet. Now we're on a lava world because somebody went too far.
Yep. Buy another planet, you rich motherfucker.
Big bang. And it missed. It missed.
Yeah. Catch these hands, sir. Piping hot ass whoopings.
You know what? Once I learn how to play this game, it's a wrap. I'm finna do what I was finna do to you on Mortal Kombat. I was finna do you something dirty.
He said, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Right.
That's your ass.
You know how to play this game a little too well.
I told you I ain't played this game in a minute.
But you know what?
Just that good.
Right.
But you know what? You know what my Jiren got on the yellow gloves?
Why is that?
This is the part where you say why.
No, I'm not saying why. I'm not playing into this.
I was gonna take you to the cleaners.
All right, Mr. Clean.
It is just fun to play. I ain't play this shit now, man. It's
right. I like this. I'm so glad they finally made it free.
Right.
Damn. Got my ass.
Spin move.
Right, spin move. Ugh.
Look, I knew that.
Yikes. All right, what else was on the docket? I guess we could talk about Kai Cenat for a hot second.
What's
that? The streamer dude that Sadea put in the group.
Oh
text.
yeah.
Oh, just the
Shout out to Sadea.
Right. Shout out to holisticshop.com. Go to holisticshop.com. Go ahead, use the promo code Afroclectic to get you 20% off. Go get you some nice things. So we can't say any of the words that we want to say because it's YouTube, and I ain't about to get flagged for whatever. Just go to holisticshop.com.
Get your nightlife right.
Right. Get your adult playtime things.
Right.
And we'll leave it at that. So after that ad, we'll go into Kai Cenat. So people who don't know him, he is a Twitch content creator. I don't even know if he really even plays a lot of video games because any clips that I see, he's just like doing buffoonery. Right. He's just dancing, talking shit, letting white women say the N-word.
Oh, is that dude?
Yeah. When Guardian Leviosa, he was like, nigga. And she was like, nigga. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh.
So that.
Or he should have had another female nerd slap her because, no, I hate coons like that.
Yeah, so as problematic as he is, he is the first black streamer on Twitch to have more than 200,000 subscribers. I think that's possibly because of his problematic content. It attracts a certain crowd. So excuse me.
So should we really? Okay, I'm not trying to be a hater.
Okay,
but should we celebrate that? controversial take. If he's letting people call him the N word, that probably shouldn't be using the word. Honestly, none of us should be using the word, but these niggas. So what we gonna say?
Right? Like,
why are we? Okay, you know what? Just let him be great. I mean. I hate playing devil's advocate.
I want to let him be great, but he's just very problematic. Like this dude is caught up in a SA situation. He didn't do it, but he was friends with the guy who did it. And it was just like, dude, like, why does every time y'all niggas gotta be problematic?
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a whole nother thing. He ducked, dipped, dodged, and ducked all that smoke.
Yeah, and it was just like, bro, come on, like, you too famous for this, or too viral, whatever you want to call it. Like, where is the etiquette classes for these people? Because I'm tired.
I mean, do you really expect streamers, and not saying that they're lesser people, but do you expect people who play games all day and do reaction videos to, like, have some kind of coup?
At a certain point, you should probably hire a manager.
Thank you, Roger.
You should probably hire a manager and somebody who is in charge of your public relations, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Like you should have an image consultant, not only with like how you look, like presenting, but also your rhetoric, your brand. Like make another South Park reference. The first episode of the new season. Butters gets like a brand consultant, and he's like, "Nah, man, I got to worry about my brand." And it's like, you should like once you've amassed a certain following, you should probably have a brand consultant.
You should have something,
especially once this becomes like not only a primary source of income, but it exceeds whatever you were making before then. And especially if you can afford it, you should do so. That's something that you should invest in. But I mean, so far it's not stopping his success. It's just more so like a certain part of the community is going to look at you a certain way.
Yes, it is. And
but
I understand.
He might not give a damn. It might not come back to bite him in the ass. It might bite him in the ass, but we don't know right now. As of right now, he's skyrocketing up there. He's like the academics of gamers as of right now.
Oh dear God! Now I really don't like him.
DJ Academics.
DJ Academics. Pussy, okay.
What did somebody call him again? Like we were on an episode. We were talking about somebody said fatademics or something like that. One of y'all said that shit.
Mind you, we don't body shame this way, but sir, for what he looked like, he just needs to shut the fuck up.
Ace Vane be going in on DJ Academics, bro. He be cracking me the fuck up.
As he should. Somebody should. More people should.
Please.
My thing is, okay, I celebrate his success, but when Daya B sent in the video of what it looked like when it was live, when he actually went over 200,000. There was a dude, I think it was probably like his dad or something. There was an older guy that was like sitting in the corner, and as everybody else is celebrating, he was just kind of sitting there because I don't think he understood like what was really going on. He just saw the numbers going up. That's how I feel being on the outside sometimes, because I don't be knowing what the fuck be going on for real. I'd be like, all right, he's a dude, he's a streamer, he just hit a milestone. I don't know who he is, so I'm just gonna clap for him. Like, all right, that's good, but like,
yeah,
that's exactly how I felt.
You just get a participation clap, like, oh, congratulations.
Right. Oh, you're black. You did something. Yeah, we did it.
Right. Like you get that initial like celebration. I'm rooting for everybody black until I find out, until I get a reason to not root for you.
And that's the sucky part. That's the sucky part, because it's never nothing that they can change from and be a better person on. It's always some bullshit.
Yeah.
Or I won't say always. 99% of the time, it's some bullshit. Like, what do you mean? Like, sir, please.
Yeah.
And I just want to be
as long as it's not negative.
For real.
Yeah. don't know, man. Being woke is hard sometimes.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's kind of sucky.
speaking of being woke, so I actually got around to watching the show Woke on Hulu yesterday.
Watch the what show?
Woke. It's called Woke. It's on Hulu. Fucking hilarious. Terrible name,
Is it?
but very
Terrible
very
name?
funny. I don't think Woke is a great name for a show that you want people to like watch.
Yeah.
Like it like the name already like insinuates a certain level of like what's the word?
Wokeness.
Yeah, like pompous. Like you just you just think too much of overinflated ego over here, just always trying to teach people why they're wrong for eating this or watching this that type of shit. Like that's what I feel like though the word woke has a connotation behind that. Not to mention not to mention the racists have now co-opted the word into to be used as the word nigga.
Yeah, it's woke is now diet nigga.
Yes, woke is now is now nigga with a silencer on it.
You know how women be like, oh, we don't like being called females. It's like the diet word. It's like diet bitch. Same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They use like I know you're not on social media, but especially on Twitter, white Twitter, they get that word off, especially on like the news sites like Fox News and stuff. Like yes, woke is black. Woke is nigga.
Wow.
Yep. So if you start hearing the non-melanated say something about something woke, it's automatically too niggerish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. I was not aware.
Yeah.
But it's not always completely diet nigga, because also they sprinkle it with when talking about the LGBTQIA.
I thought it was just like either LGBTQ or like Democrats or liberals or some shit.
Any type of inclusion that's shown in like TV shows or video games or stuff like that. Yeah, it's starting to get too woke. It's
too inclusive. You mad?
Right? Mad. Yeah. Basically, they're mad. They are mad, fuming.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
they weaponize words so much. That's wild.
I mean, that's the age that we're living in now. What? I fucking won one.
You did win that one because I was flabbergasted all this fucking information. I
see. I need to start hitting. I need to start hitting you with information that you don't know about. Like, hey, did you know did you know broccoli is man-made? Stop eating corn.
Damn, son, that's crazy. Run it back.
All right, run that shit back. Run that shit back. But
you lost, bro. You're a loser.
I'm weak.
Nah, but
I guess that makes sense.
Y'all should really
knew that I do. Huh?
Yeah, y'all should really check out that show though. It came out like 2020, and I guess because of the times we had the pandemic and everything, and people didn't want to. The only reason why I didn't watch it is because it was called woke. Like I'm like I don't want to see that shit. And like the only promo that I heard from it was just from the Breakfast Club during like the waning years that I was starting to listen less and less of that. So I'm just like, if your only endorsement is Charlemagne, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this.
Right. So you don't fuck with the Breakfast Club no more? You ain't letting slide past that.
Nah, I've just been listening less and less of it. Like I'll probably check in just to see like what's going on in the world, because I want to see what's in pop culture media. And
get your Fox News.
Right. Like if I want to see like news, then it's Last Week Tonight. But if I just want to see what the latest news of what are people upset about, what happened with da or whatever. Like what I'm seeing now is a bunch of what's the word? I'm seeing a lot of reactions to Gabrielle Union. And basically,
I did see that.
Yeah, just basically people are tired of hearing her push, quote unquote, the agenda to little black boys and little black girls. So,
but she's not.
That's what. Let them tell it.
I hate that. I know.
Let them tell it.
So, like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
literally have a famous young black girl coming into herself. We literally could have been the catalyst for acceptance.
right.
And homophobia said, "I think the fuck not." I'm like, bro, dang. Caitlyn Jenner was already a damn mess. We could have rectified this shit. We could have made it a thing. We could have made just people being accepted. You would think as black people we would know how it feels to be ostracized. But nah, homophobia said, fuck all of that shit.
Nah,
So
don't get me started.
Do you know
on
why though?
There's a bunch of reasons why. One, homophobia in general. Then there's the rhetoric of quote unquote the agenda. Then you have a lot of black men saying there's an attack on straight black males. Then there's a narrative for like everything, and there's probably like multiple narratives for everything. So like this one, like everybody feels attacked except for the people who want to advocate for their own, or people who are related to said community and want to advocate for their people.
I don't understand how Caitlyn Jenner came out as a woman and then won Woman of the Year the same year or the next year or whatever the fuck, and then we still having these problems. Like, first of all, that was problematic.
I was about to say,
because a man beat women at being a woman.
That
like how that happened.
That in itself is also one of the things that they feel like the cis het woman is now under attack because a trans woman is being made woman of the year.
And you know what? I hate when they say that, because without using pregnancy or periods, what makes you a woman?
Listen, I ain't touching. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I'll tell you what.
That's the question I ask all of them. If you omit pregnancy and periods, what makes you a woman?
That they say.
Asking y'all what makes y'all a man.
Don't let the quote unquote hoteps woke folk. They'll be like, well, one, you're not a woman if you can't reproduce. And I'm like, so what about all the thousands and millions of black women who can't reproduce because of cystic fibroids? What about all these other different conditions where a lot of specifically black women, who are the majority of the sufferers of these diseases and syndromes, are incapable of reproducing?
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I said outside of pregnancy.
They said stop eating corn. You better stop eating that corn.
It's the broccoli. They said it's the broccoli.
It's the broccoli.
you got to stop eating that broccoli. That's man-made.
So to use another problematic person, are y'all familiar with Jordan Peterson at all?
I am familiar somewhat, but I am aware of his problematic stink about him. I'll say that.
So he's the basis of what he is he's a psychologist, and he does a lot of tours and talks about
also we're playing a game.
The Bible and like I
said we're playing a game. You should probably
shut up. Trying.
Bring us something to the screen while you talk.
I'm trying. I'm picking my characters and such. So basically, he does a lot of talks about philosophy, religion, science. All the big three. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh well, a biological, or I'm sorry, the binary. What was it? Because he used a lot of fucking big words. Basically, he was saying that like, oh, you can choose your gender as far as like being a man or a woman. I'm like, you are either born a man or a woman, and then you can kind of choose your gender role after that. And I'm like, all right, that kind of makes sense. Or as far as like, because we can have feminine men and we can have masculine women. He gets into a lot of trouble with that kind of stuff because what was it? The girl that played Juno in that movie, who transitioned.
Yeah.
So he was like, he basically made Elliot Page
Elliot Page.
Yeah, Elliot Page.
Wait, did Elliot change his last name?
Yeah. No.
So it's still Page. It's just Elliot.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, so yes, Elliot Page.
Basically, he made an attack on them, and it was kind of like unfounded. Like there was no reason to kind of go after them. But at the same time, he made a couple of good points. Like these doctors can be predatory when it comes to people who are trying to make sex changes. And it is popular to basically like state your claim as far as how you want to be addressed, how you want to be seen. Yes, you absolutely have the right to do that. Should these doctors be going around cutting up on people in order to kind of make you feel that way? Maybe not so much, because people who are like celebrities and shit, they have the money to do that. And I've known people at like the base level, like, nigga, you work retail. you taking estrogen pills and all this stuff. It's like, feel how you want to feel. But I don't think that doctors should be, what's the word I'm looking for? They should be like, basically saying, give them the go ahead to make all these changes to their bodies because they don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's making a whole lot of sense, but it's just like, you're encouraging people to make these wild and drastic changes, whether that's what they want to do or not. You should like really talk to them and not just be trying to take their money just so that you can keep doing whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? These sex changes can be dangerous.
Yeah, so here's the thing about gender reaffirming surgery. People can't just go out and get it willy-nilly. No real doctor is gonna, you know what I'm saying, just do that shit without you having to go through the whole thing. So that's why I be feeling such a way about Zaya Wade, because people feel like, oh, she just went up and did it. No, you have to go to therapy. You have to talk to doctors. Like, you have to be so sure about this thing, about you making this major change in your life for the simple fact of you could possibly change your mind. For the simple fact that people like, oh, it's just a phase. And it's just like, I get what he's saying. And you're right, doctors should not be preying on people like that. But that's why you have to go through all of those steps, because Zaya Zaya's been doing this for a few years, just like a few days ago, got awarded or accepted, or I don't know how to basically say it, but was just able now to be able to
given the opportunity to do stuff.
And actually, you know what I'm saying, have to be able to do that now. Like, Zaya has been out as trans for a long time.
Yeah.
Like some years, at least, I want to say at least 5 years, and they're just now being able, or she is just now being able to have that gender change and to have, you know what I'm saying, all of that whenever she wants to go do it, of course she can. So it's just like, people use that as oh, you're too young for this, too young for that, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. You knew you liked girls in kindergarten. Let's stop playing these games. Children are not dumb. They are just ignorant in certain things. They are not dumb.
Yeah.
Y'all cannot sit up here and say, oh, my child is wise beyond their years and children are this, and this. But the moment they go against something you believe in, oh, they're too young for that. That's outside of yourself. How do you want the best for your children? Your children be able to do the best they can and all this other stuff. But the moment they tell you, like, hey, I think I am the opposite gender, or I'm non-binary, or I don't associate with this, now you up in arms and up in roars. No, you have to go through so much before they be like, okay, this you really believe this. And yes, doctors should not prey on people, but if you decide one day that you feel like you should have boobs, you should have breasts like women, and you feel like you are the opposite gender or whatever it is that you self-identify as, and a doctor immediately is ready to do it, that should be a red fucking flag.
Right.
That should be the biggest red flag you've ever seen in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because what? No, they make you go through all of this. So kudos to the people who actually decided to live in their truth. But are you getting beat up?
Nah, I just won.
So if you want boobs, just eat a cheeseburger. It's already been proven that
Sir, that statement is very problematic. You're gonna have to go talk to our sensitivity trainer.
Look, I am the sensitivity trainer, but it's like, look, all I'm saying is, there's definitely ways for you to feel comfortable in your body. Just don't wait till, I think it should be like a certain age, and maybe 18.
But you
Even
have
at
to be
18 shouldn't be it.
Yeah,
Right.
I was about to say
to be
there are already those checks and balances of
Right.
like doing that.
For those who don't, I'm just saying for those who don't know, for those who aren't doing the research to be able to say like all these like for those who are ignorant, all they see is that children are wanting to make these drastic changes, but they're still going through puberty and shit like that. Like it's just like you said, there's checks and balances that are all in place. But I think it's also none of our business at the same time.
That's been my whole thing about it is what does this change for you in your life? Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Like, did your rent go up because of it? No, your rent went up because your landlord is predatory as fuck, and you should probably be worried about that before you worried about some quote unquote trans woman predator is over here trying to get to your children or whatnot. You should probably worry about Uncle Johnny that's over here can't be left alone with your niece and whatnot. Let's talk about that
part, that fucking part. And honestly, maybe it's more the parents or the elders don't understand because they have the option to do this, and they can't act like there weren't people that were trying to be trans and all that during their time, but it was just so taboo.
Talk about
to the point where like, oh, Johnny wants titties, whoop, he's out of the family. Like that was the end of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's in a place.
We're not having this abomination in our family.
Exactly. Now it's just to the point where you can't ignore it. So you think, oh, the kids are going to want to feel this way. There were kids that were already feeling this way.
Exactly. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. That's literally how I feel. Like you can't sit up here and tell somebody how to feel about themselves. You may not agree with it. You may not like it. Y'all people be too worried about what other people gonna say. No, you can't tell your kids they can be whatever they want. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know. I've always felt like if you have the strength to be yourself in this kind of world, then you deserve to be happy. But just know that your life is just going to be harder than it was previously. But I mean, that's nothing new.
I'm pretty sure that just that second part, I'm pretty sure they're already aware that life is going to be harder for them. And I don't think that they feel like life is going to be any easier for them, even if they do decide to not go through whatever procedure that they want to go through, because they're still going to feel different. They're still going to be outcast. You're still going to be ostracized for being different.
Right. True. Very true. But I think I had that opinion mostly because like there were a couple of black men that I grew up with, like as far as my friend's family. He had a cousin, one of my old homies, he had a cousin and his friend. They were the first, I don't know if it was like really transgender at that point. They were cross-dressers. And they would go out in skirts and all that type of stuff, and like they were so cool.
That's a whole different thing too.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't want to get it confused, because like we already got enough problems. Yeah. So they would present themselves how they wanted to be presented, and I brought it up to him one day. I was like, why? Not even in a I didn't mean a rematch. You want to switch?
No, we're cool.
Okay. I wasn't being like malicious or nothing, but I was just like, why do you do what you do? And he was like, well, it's just how I feel, how I feel inside. And they wanted to be called by like female names. And so I tried to have a discussion with him about it. And he was like, and I think it was like mostly because they were black men. I was just like, don't you know it's going to be like even harder? I mean, we got it hard now, but like, I know being gay for some people's families is just like not the move. And he was like, bro, life is already, I want to live how I want to live because life is so short. And I'm like, you know what? I respect that. And I told him, like, look, you ever need help, you ever need, like, somebody to talk to type shit, I can do that for you. And I think they appreciated that, but it's like, I still didn't understand. But now that I'm older, it's like, fuck an understanding. I just acknowledge what you're going through. You're having a human experience.
That's one of the biggest things about where I try to come from when trying to explain that to people is... Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of them say, like, I don't understand. And it's like, well, Why don't you make peace with just not understanding? There's a lot of things we'll never understand about just the world, just the very world that we live in, the planet Earth. We don't know even a third of what the fuck is going on in the ocean, let alone what's going on in our genetics. Understand like half the things was going on with the mind, like as an organ. Like there's so many things we do not understand. Why not lean into I just don't understand, and that's okay, because you don't have to understand everything. Just accept it. You don't have to understand the intricacies of how gravity works to accept that you cannot fly alone without some type of device.
Some people don't even think gravity exists.
That part, I mean, we can.
Those people are special.
Some people think the Earth is flat. Like, what the fuck? Their wiring is just as crossed as anybody else's.
I agree. Like, be okay with that. I don't think people have that problem because they just need to understand. It's like it's not for you to understand for real.
Right.
So much as it's just this is who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They tell people, oh, you can be whatever you want to be until it's something they don't agree with. Okay, not that. Why not?
Right.
Like, people don't understand that you don't have to live with the choices that other people make unless it like directly affects you. Me wanting to be, or people wanting to be exactly who they are, should not bother people this much.
Right. And it's so bothersome to some folks. Like they can't sleep at night just because somebody else is happier wearing the same skirt that you like. Like, I don't understand.
Like, it's not gonna bother me. Be yourself. And like this is so many sub parts of the hate and stuff that people get. It's just like, please, like, get it together.
But you know what's crazy is that there are politicians, whole ass ooh, look at that, dripping in gold, bitch.
Oh wow.
Sorry. There are.
All I heard was I got called a monkey.
Look. When they put this Black Frieza DLC, it's a wrap.
Oh man. All the nigga jokes is going on. Nah, somebody posted this thing in IG, and then we'll get back to it. But somebody posted this thing in IG. It showed like a FaceTime between Uncle Ruckus and Frieza, and it was like, what do you think they talking about?
Right.
And I was just like, the first word that comes to my mind is monkey.
Right. Frieza definitely got revitiligo. That's all I'm saying.
Got some of that good revitiligo.
Right. But no, there are legit politicians who are doing the same thing. They try to pass laws to ban against like gay people or trans people and all this other crazy shit. Ooh, look at you spouting on them.
Okay. We see you.
All right. But no, like I remember I saw this article about it was like this mayor or somebody in politics.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they got busted for doing the same shit they was trying to like pass laws for. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, you just can't.
Thank you, Twitter. This is why I love you, because if anybody's going to look up your dirty history, it's Twitter. Mm-hmm. And Twitter said, you said what about the gay and trans community and cross dressers?
Right.
Isn't this a video of you in drag? Please explain. Right. Please respond very fast. Thank you.
Right. write me a 4-page letter as to why this was okay for you to do, but not your trans or gay brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm. Caught you literally with your pants down.
Right. So can you explain this video of you doing a line of coke off a gay man's erect penis? Explain.
Right, please explain very fast. I would like a quick response. Thank you very much.
Simply too much.
And then what was on the docket? I feel like there was one more other thing because we kind of just went on a tangent about that.
We did.
That needed to be said.
Needed to be said.
I'm going to clip some of that and put it on social media and be like, yeah, black guys play Dragon Ball Z and discuss the intricacies of
the trans agenda.
Of the trans agenda.
The intricacies of the trans agenda. because the fact that they even call it the agenda, like what? Why?
Yeah,
Why
because they think
it's not
it's
the final solution.
Because they think it's an attack to dwindle our numbers. That just like it's the same thing that they say about abortion laws and whatnot. It's like they're trying to thin out our numbers, make our men extra feminine. They won't be leaders and da 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 da. I'm just like, but these people have been around for so long, and they just want people to not think that they either have to live a life of ostracization, isolation from family, and lead to a lot of suicide. A lot of them just be like, all right, I'm checking out. Boom.
Right.
They gonna self transition because why do I want to be here if the very fact that who I am, just like how some black people get ostracized and treated differently just because they're black. Imagine that just because what you do behind closed doors and how you want to dress makes you be treated less of a person. Like, who wants to live in a world like that?
Exactly.
We didn't even get into Ant-Man. We just said it was good. Is what the overall consensus is for us.
I said it was great, but
I enjoyed it. I was not a fan of the ending. I do not like how a certain person was defeated, quote unquote. I thought it was very anticlimactic, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the entire ride up to that point.
And well, hold on. So, Yambe, are you getting ready to head out to a little date night, little date night?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So when she gets off, we can talk about.
Okay.
You can go to full spoilers if you want.
Let's give it to one more week, and then we'll go full spoilers. Okay. But I feel like because they are highlighting the fact that sales have gone down since its initial release, and I feel like everybody who's seen it has seen it by next week, or everybody who wanted to see it has seen it by now, or at least by next week. So next week we'll go into full spoilers.
Okay, so y'all, I'm about to get off.
All right. Enjoy your dinner.
Right.
Thank you.
Good talking to you. We'll talk to you later.
I really want to see that.
What'd y'all say? Because a lot of y'all were talking at the same time.
I said, let me know how Cocaine Bear is, because I really want to see it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that next week, because we're gonna go see that. Oh, and we're gonna go see Creed 3. I'm try to pull off a double feature with my girl. Make that happen.
Well, shout out to Mr. Yambe as y'all go out today.
Right, y'all have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Never say that
again. We'll find him a name to give to say when we record it.
Got you. All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Talk to you later. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Have a good time. Love y'all.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Now, balls to the wall spoilers. Just playing.
Yeah, man. So
yeah,
I liked it. I don't mind. I mean, Kang didn't really lose because he's the first character that we've seen that has like all of his, well, not all of his shit together, but he has multiple versions of himself like ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So like, are you really beating him? Is he really defeated? You beat him in like maybe 2 timelines. This man ain't going nowhere.
Right. He's really
he's already the official villain of Phase 5 or whatever fucking phase we're on.
Yeah. So I won't get into spoilers because you kind of just spoiled it just saying that he was defeated, because I wouldn't, if you would have told me that he was defeated, I would have been like, hey yo. But that's just me, because I feel like, especially that specific variant of him, I would have thought would be wreck his shit. But also like, we'll get into spoiler territory later, because we can talk about it after we're recording, because there's certain details about what happened that I would like to get into that made me think that that's not even a real defeat. but we'll talk about that later. But
okay.
Overall, I enjoyed Ant-Man, and I don't understand why the slander. I guess they were expecting something different. Yes, probably. I've heard like the threat level in introduction is different from Thanos, because when we finally got to see like full body Thanos and actually start wrecking shit, he killed Loki and bitched out Thor and Hulk all within like the first 15 minutes of his grand introduction.
Yeah.
So with that, I can agree. Yes, Thanos made a bigger splash, but that was also like the Avengers movie.
Right.
That wasn't what Ant-Man is giving us, which is just a soft introduction to things. Versus like, you don't really see Thanos, like you'll just see his face, but he doesn't do anything until Infinity War.
Yeah, I did watch I was watching the original Avengers movie Friday as I was like doing some work, and I was like, man, I was super hyped when Thanos came out. But here's the thing, Kang was definitely giving Scott hands,
absolutely,
at points. But it wasn't like he was trying to go one-on-one and then Scott beat him. It was like, no, I'm just trying to distract you, and there are other characters who are trying to like keep you here. I don't know the extent of Kang's like fighting knowledge and all that shit, but this movie definitely served a purpose.
Absolutely. I won't say it was purposeless. I just, without getting into spoiler territory, I just thought certain things would go differently. And like, okay, without spoiling it, I thought we were going to get a moment where whatever happens in the movie after whatever epic battle, and Ant-Man comes back out of the quantum realm, calling like another Avenger, talking about, yo, we got to get ready, just like how Bruce got sent back by the Bifrost and landed in Doctor Strange's place, and he was like, "Yo, we have to get ready for like that." That's the point that of contention that we didn't get with Kang, without going into spoiler territory. Like, we didn't get that moment.
I really want to talk about one of the end credit scenes, because I feel like that's the answer to your question.
I mean, it is, and yet it isn't, because nobody knows that's going on except for Loki.
That character. Yeah.
Like, it's only Loki. Loki is the only person that knows that this is a person that exists across the multiverse.
Yeah.
Like, that is it. And that's what I mean by you haven't introduced the threat to the rest of the world. Because Because to be honest, this is an isolated incident. Yeah, like it happened in the quantum realm. Nothing so far has let it drip out.
No consequences.
Right, there's no consequences as of right now, which we'll get into spoiler territory after we get off this phone call, and I'll talk about what I think happened. But yeah, that's why I think the threat level hasn't been solidified yet with this movie. Yeah, he is a problem, and he's still just the problem. He's still a looming threat, not a call to action threat.
But you know what? That's the slow creep we should have got with Thanos. Maybe.
I agree. Just showing his face once, just showing his face once, and then he just starts kicking ass in the last movie or the last couple movies for this whole grandiose arc that we were given, which was great. But if we got a better introductory slow build as to show us who this person is without using that entire other movie to give him his origin story, I think that would have been handled a little bit better, in my personal opinion. But
this is going to give Jonathan Majors so much room to he's already a great actor, but it's just going to keep cutting his teeth on this particular role,
Oh,
and he's going to be able to continue be so much after this.
Yeah, he's going to continue to put on the clinic. What Angela Bassett did.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
What Angela Bassett did for Black Panther 2, I feel like is what Jonathan Majors is going to continue to do in every movie that he's introduced in.
Yeah.
Or even a cameo or however they do it. But if he keeps doing what he's doing at that high level every time, people won't put respect on his name, because there's still people that don't even know who he is. But between Creed 3 and this next saga going on, people are going to make him a household name.
Okay. All right, last game, and then we'll get into spoiler territory offline.
All right, cool. Let me check what else did I want to talk about. We talked about Resident Evil 4.
Covered a lot of shit that we didn't plan on talking about.
Right. Because that whole other conversation before, that wasn't even planned. But I mean, hey, content is content.
No, it's great. I'm just saying. Did
you listen to any tracks at all from this new Logic album?
I didn't get a chance to. No, not yet. When did that drop?
Yes, I was about to say yesterday, Friday or Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just dropped. Like it popped up on my Spotify, and yeah.
Okay. What'd you think of it? How many songs is it?
It's like 17 or something. It's solid. It's
not bad.
Super solid. I would put it. I'm putting it above Bobby Tarantino 1. Probably on par with Bobby Tarantino 2. Like it's probably his top 5 albums, but like almost every other album is terrible.
Yeah.
Compared to the previous one. So like if he puts another album out, I was just thinking like, oh man, the next one's gonna be trash. Because this one is pretty good. I really enjoy it. I think you'll like I sent you a link to one of the songs on there. I was like, yo, if you don't listen to nothing else, listen to that Gaithersburg freestyle.
Gaithersburg, okay.
That one is it. Like the beat, how everybody is approached being on it, like because everybody holds their own. It's like 4 people on there with Logic.
Damn.
And I really enjoy it. Like
who else on it?
Bunch of nobodies that I know. There's nobody that I've ever heard of prior to this album, outside of Big Limbo. The RZA's on the first track. It's a little introductory track. Sets up the concept album of it all. I think there's somebody.
Is it like a return album? Or?
It's like another.
He didn't say he was gonna quit like 1,000 times.
Yeah, he said that other one, No Pressure, was his last one, and then proceeded to like put out some bullshit after that. I want to say. I think Bobby Tarantino 3 was after that, and I was like, this is cool. It has some, like, the production is better than the performance that went into the album. I'll say that.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
Damn.
Bitch. You definitely took out one of my characters while I wasn't looking.
Why weren't you? First of all, your face supposed to be in the screen. Why are you not looking?
It was in the screen. We was talking, and I wasn't paying attention.
Gotcha. It's two. I want to say it's 2 names. Rogers. I want to say the RZA is on here. This dude named C. Castro I never heard of, but I like the way he raps. Seth MacFarlane is on here, but I didn't really hear his voice. I couldn't tell where he fit into the song. Redman is on here. And Bun B and Lil Kiki is on here. And I fuck with that one too. But Bun B, of course, is Bun B, so yeah.
I love Bun B. Yeah.
And he doesn't disappoint. So that's it. I would say this is a solid 8.5. Let me listen to it a little more. I might change my rating, but as of right now, it's a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because so far, there's no skips. To me, there's no skips. I've enjoyed what I've heard so far. And
17 songs of no skips.
Yeah, let's see. How many? I'm going to the album right now. Oops, hit the wrong button. I'm going to the album right now. View album. And it is, 17 songs, 1 hour and 7 minutes. And there's no skips to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've listened, for me, when I digest albums, a lot of the times I always have to resist the urge to skip a song that I'm listening to for the first time, because I'm just not being patient with either they letting the beat ride too long and I don't like the beat, or how their first verse is trash or whatever. But this kept my attention the entire time. There's at no point that I want to just hit skip. So I'll say that. But solid album. And my last thing to say about this, I feel like as much as we say that Logic is corny at times and has terrible albums, because I will agree to that, I feel like he might need some recognition of being one of the best beat choosers in I don't know, alive. Might be one of the top 5 alive. He chooses the best beats.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. Production wise, okay. I've never heard, except for that one album that wasn't really even a rap album. It was he was trying a bunch of other shit, and I was just this isn't for me. I'm I don't want to hear you sing, sir. You don't have the voice for it. A lot of other rappers can get away with that with their terrible voices, but sir, if you're not gonna put some auto-tune on your shit, then never mind.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching / listening to Afroclectic Podcast. We'll be doing live streams like this from now on for a while. And I hope you guys enjoyed the visual of me getting my ass kicked several times by yours truly, the Deuce. But once I learn how to play this game, I'm on your ass.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Yeah, so but that's it. You want to say anything before we wrap things up?
Like we said, check if you're in the Ohio area, check out Kung Fu Kitty. He makes great eats, and I think he delivers if you're in the Dayton area, so that's cool. Definitely check out Holistic and Daya B with your nighttime funsies. You can get you some little spicy, spice up your life, your night life. If you're looking for meditation soundscapes and guided meditations, I'm updating the SOASIS Sound Lounge. Frequently, we drop something almost every other day. And I think that's it. If you got anything else you want to plug?
That's it. Just make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel right here. And go ahead and follow our Afroclectic podcast channel as well. We're going to start putting those on that channel. We just couldn't do it today because of complications. But go ahead and follow me as well on this page so you can see me play Dead Space. And of course, I am playing Resident Evil 4 the day it comes out. So
that's gonna be crazy.
Best believe I'm going to be going live the minute it downloads to my PlayStation. I'm calling off work and everything. This is a holiday. I gotta be locked in. I gotta beat this before I see any type of spoilers
or
from Twitter or Facebook or these other streamers that like to upload their clips of them playing the game, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't know that was going to happen. Now I know it's going to happen. No. Going straight into it. Locking in. But that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We're out. Good night.
Good night.